What's going on, guys? My name is Kyle, and welcome back to another Spud Cup race day. If you guys don't know what the Spud Cup is, or if you just want some more information, I'll leave a link in the description to the video of the very first race of this season, where we explain the rules and explain how the sessions work, and I'll also leave a link to our Discord server, so you can come and join parts of the conversation. This week was full of incidents and some super intense racing, so without wasting any more time, let's jump in to this week's race session. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here for another race of the Spud Cup Racing Series. This week is round 4 of Season 3, and we'll be racing in Germany at the famous HockenheimRing. Today's track length is a total of 4.53 kilometers with a track temperature of 41 degrees Celsius. Looking at our race results from our sprint race, you can see where the grid positions are going to be leading into our feature race today. So we have Azro and JDM locking out the top 2 positions, followed by Mixter, Matt, and Josh finishing out our top 5 for our feature race. Underneath that, we have Patrice, Tim, Aiden, Toast, and Tom finishing out our top 10, and then the rest of the drivers underneath that as followed on the screen. So we have 18 drivers in total for today's race. So without wasting any more time, let's jump to the grid, see how our drivers are faring before this strip flag goes green, and get ready to get some racing underway. And the green flag is gone. They're already off. They're ready. I didn't jump the gun fast enough. That was so freaking quick. We are off. We're going to be following Azro now, our race leader, through turn 1 to see exactly how this race is going to start. We can see Azro in top position, JDM followed by that, Mixter 3rd, and Matthew 4th. Still everyone holding their positions from the grid, and it is off and ready to go. Now, Hockenheim was definitely going to be one of those tracks that we knew there was going to be some super close, tight-knit racing, and I guarantee you there's going to be a bunch of that today. Everyone's times are ridiculous and super competitive. So now heading into the hairpin for the very first time here at the HockenheimRing, you can see there's a massive straight leading down into the hairpin. Super quick. You can see all the drivers coming down now. We're looking at Azro. Azro is still in the lead. JD on the outside. Mixter right behind him. Here we go into the hairpin for the very first time here at the HockenheimRing. Now, this is a 30-minute session. 30 minutes of racing here today. Oh, a little bit wide on Tim. Tim goes wide at the back there. Nothing too crazy. We've got a little bit of people back, a little bit of carnage, some issues at the back. Nothing too insane. I've got a puncture. There was an accident. Bobby has hit. Bobby has hit myself. Bobby has a puncture on the rear right. I have a puncture coming down the road as well. There is some damage. Bobby is now limping. He's going to have to limp that car back to pits. Carnage already. Lap 1. We missed the bloody accident. But we can see there's a bit of damage heading forward. We've got myself as well. I've got a puncture in my front right. I'm going off track. I've got heaps of damage. I'm going to have to limp this car back to pits as well. Me and Bobby are going to be in pits, ready to go. Now, letting back to our leader now. Let's see how they're finishing up the rest of their lap 1. Like I said, this is a half an hour lap. This is a half an hour session, sorry. So you don't have to stop. You do not have to pit. But if you can save your fuel, you'll be... Oh, JDM goes off as well. Oh, my God. JDM hits Azro, and there's already carnage. JDM's now going down from 2nd to 7th to 6th, 7th, 8th. Oh, my God. He's down to 7th position at the end of lap 1. 8th position at the end of lap 1. It has just come through. Oh my goodness gracious. Tim is now in the pits. Tim has pulled into the pits as well. What is going on? Carnage and mayhem. Oh my God. So JDM is now 7th from 2nd from his starting position. And you've got Tom right behind him and Neki following very closely behind. Neki is side by side. Neki's actually making a move as we speak. Neki's going to be making a move. He goes into the second corner. He does. He makes it happen. Gets on the inside of Tom. Tom doesn't want to give it up, but he's there. My God. Neki's made a position. He's now in 8th. He's gone taking over Tom in 9th. He is right behind, so he is now chasing down JDM. He's 4 tenths away. Tom is only 1.5 tenths, 2 tenths behind. Let's have a look at Tom's camera right now, see where he's sitting right behind Neki, chasing him down into the hairpin, and the absolute speed. I think he's right there, so he's right there. He's 2 tenths, 3 tenths. Going through the hairpin, this is definitely where a lot of carnage happened. Neki went in. JD went a little bit wide. Neki makes the move. Neki takes him. I don't know if he's made the move stick yet, but he's definitely had a very crack on the inside now into the right-hand turn. That is going to set up JDM. If JDM can get a little bit closer up, he's going to have the inside line into this next turn, but he doesn't. Neki makes the move stick. That puts him up into 7th on lap 2 of this race. He is absolutely on fire already. Absolutely killing it. Have a look at our drone cam now. You can see how close all the cars are so far today. And this is going to be one of those races that is either going to be really close racing, or if you can get out of the slipstream of the car in behind you, then you're definitely going to be able to make up some time and get away from people, which is great. We've got Neki now chasing Josh, JDM behind, Tom behind that, followed by Ethan. Super close pack of 5 at the end of the second lap here. Already you can tell this is going to be one of those races, I think, ladies and gents. One of those races here today at the Hockenheimring. Looking now, Azro is still ahead. Mixter has just done the fastest lap of the race with a 140 flat, and there's definitely going to be some faster laps coming up today, I can guarantee. absolutely guarantee. We've got Bobby in the pits now, having a look at Bobby. He is currently in the pits, getting some repairs. I don't see exactly what's going to be happening with him, but he's getting some repairs after that incident that followed a little bit earlier. Had to get some tires, and he's back off. So I think he might have stopped for some fuel. I think he got some fuel on the opportunity that he had, but he is now back out onto the track. Bobby comes out in 16th, and I'm about, I don't know how far ahead, only a second. I'm just up the road, not by much at all. Let's look back now at our leader and see where they are all sitting. We've got Mixter still in second, Patrice still in third, and coming down into the hairpin now after that long straight, you can see Azro is just in charge. It's going to take a lot to get that position away from Azro, and Neki has just made another move. Neki's just overtaken Josh on the inside. He's taken a move into the hairpin and made it stick. He is on fire. There is something about these cars with Neki and Neki's way of driving that is just such a force to be reckoned with, because once he has that overtake in his sights, he's going to wait you out and dive in at the first opportunity he gets. Absolutely killing it this season, doing such a great job, looking now, we've still got Mixter 8 tenths, Patrice 7 tenths behind that in our top 3. That is going to be really close at the top, but we've still got Josh, Tom, JDM, and Ethan, and his massive pack down the back that are absolutely killing it. They are so close, and again, don't want to lose a position, and they don't want to lose the opportunity to make an overtake if it becomes available. Looking now, we've got our drone cam today here at the Hockenheimring that gives a really, really good view of what these drivers... Oh, it's gone off! Josh has gone off! I shouldn't have said anything about him! Josh, I'm so sorry, he's lost it! He's now behind the pack, he's just slipped in behind Ethan, he's lost his moves. What has happened? I think he had a bit of oversteer and lost control into that double right. Ethan goes wide, Josh gets a bit closer. This is going to be nuts. Oh my God, Josh, I shouldn't have said anything, mate. I'm so sorry. Please don't roast me, it's not my fault. Oh my God, Josh now coming into turn 1, right behind Ethan. He is chasing him down, right behind Ethan. Great move by him, and there's, people going off the top. Matt's gone off. Matthew has spun out. We're on board now with Matthew. He's lost at turn 1. Matt is now dropped down into 9th from 4th. Oh my God, what is going on? There's just carnage already. We're only on lap 4, 5 minutes into this half-an-hour session. There's already just mayhem. Oh my God. Let's look now at our leaders. We have everyone so close. Mixter, Patrice, and Azro are all within 4 tenths of each other. This is just carnage. They're driving so close to each other that there's going to be either an accident or some incredible racing coming up the end of this race. My God. Looking now, we're on board with Azro. See what he is looking at, looking behind him. We've got Mixter and Patrice chasing, and they are not going to let Azro get away, because the minute the car that you're chasing down gets ahead of you and gets out of your slipstream, gets you out of their slipstream, it becomes very, very difficult to try and get a little bit closer. Your lap times need to be super consistent and on the pace. Otherwise, that slipstream loss that you don't get anymore will just make it so difficult for you to catch back up again. So difficult. Looking now at our drone cam, like I said, I love this drone cam here at the Hockenheimring because it gives a really good idea of how fast these cars are actually going and seeing how intense that camber on that corner is. Mixter still chasing right behind, Patrice still right behind them. The top 3 are already, look at the gap between the guys in 4th and 5th. You can see Aiden and Neki right behind, but Neki is not holding back. He wants this. He's chasing Aiden down. Chasing him down. He's only 4 tenths behind. Jumping on board now to Neki. Let's see where he sits. Coming to the last corner of lap 5. Azro has just completed the fastest lap of the race, and Mixter has just jumped into the pits. Mixter has just jumped into the pits. I don't know if he's got damage. I don't know if he's stopping for fuel now or what's going on with him, but he has now gone down from 2nd to 5th, 6th. Josh is going to pass him as well. He is. Is Matthew going to make it past him as well? Matthew does. Anyone else? Toast is going to take it. JDM is now coming into the pits as well. JDM's just driving into the pits either to get fuel or there's damage or something happened early with the race. My God. Mixter's now down in 9th. JDM is right behind. Is Tom going to get him? Tom gets JDM in the pits, and you can see him now, Tom coming through turn 1 of lap 5 for himself, chasing down Mixter. 8 seconds behind. We've got a bunch of close people. Aiden is now 3 tenths off Neki after Neki's made the moves. Neki's now made his way up into P3 on the podium. We're only 5 laps in, 7 minutes into our session, and Neki has already taken a P3 position. Absolutely killing it. My God, like I said, Aiden is still 5 tenths behind, so as long as he can stay within that distance, he's going to be able to use that slipstream to stay in the striking zone of Neki. So we'll see how that plays out further into this race, but Neki is really, really good at pushing this car to the absolute limits of grip and get as many lap times as he can. We've got Toasty now in 8th, followed by Matt. He's about 9 tenths off Matthews. Let's jump on board now, see what Toaster's looking for. We've got him coming through the second part of the track here, Sector 2, heading into Sector 3, and he's about 8 tenths behind Matt. So same deal. If he can stay within that slipstream, it's definitely going to give him a way better opportunity to try and catch these cars up ahead. I love the HockenheimRing for the sense of how intricate some of these corners can be and how intense some of the driving can be. But like I said, it's going to completely depend on your ability to chase those cars and stay right behind them, because as soon as you lose that slipstream, it is all over. Neki has now just completed our fast lap of the race. Josh is now 1/10. Josh has been overtaken. What has happened with Josh? Has Josh lost control? Has Josh spun? Where is he? What has happened to Josh? What is going on? They're 3 wide. What is here? They're 3 wide heading to turn 1. 4 cars. Oh my God, Matt spins again. Matthew, no. Matt's just lost control. They went 3 wide. Aiden, Josh, and Matt all went 3 wide into turn 1. And it has caused Matt to lose control, get a bit of oversteer. And Ethan has also just made an overtake on Josh on the outside off the racing line. Oh my God. Matt is now down into 9th after charging it in 4th. He's down into 9th place. Josh is 3/10 off Toast. And now Matt is going to face a bit of trouble from Tom behind him with only 6/10 of a gap to Tom behind. There is definitely going to be an opportunity here. If Tom can keep up this pace and get nice and close, he might have an opportunity to strike leading in to the hairpin here. See how fast these cars are going down the straight. We're on board now looking at Tom. Tom is only 4/10 behind Matthew. Can he make a move into the hairpin, or is he not just close enough? Not quite. Not quite close enough. He backs up a little bit early to get some more time and try and get a better line leading into the rest part of this track. Looking at Josh now, he's 3/10. Let's go to Josh's car. 3/10. Look at the battle here with Toast, Josh, and Mixter. We have Mixter in 8th. With Josh in 7th and Toast in 6th. And there's not a lot of distance between, not a lot of distance at all. Let's look now at Toasty's car. Let's see exactly what he is looking at for these cars chasing him down. He is trying his best to make sure he's driving defensively, but not losing time. Josh in car 31 is right behind him, 3/10, and then Mixed up 5/10 behind that. So like I said, there's an opportunity, he will take it. If you can get close enough, you're going to take that opportunity to overtake. We've got Tom now 2/10 behind Matthew, still further down the road, but these guys are doing such a great job. Ethan is now in the pits. Ethan's in the pits. He stepped in. I don't know what's going on with Ethan, but he's out. I think he's disconnected. I think Ethan's just disconnected. He has. Oh my God, Ethan's now out of the race. He's disconnected and he is slowly dropping down the grid positions. Let's go back up now, see what this race is like for Toasty, Josh, and Mixter. Oh my God, poor thing. That is the worst. There is nothing worse than getting a disconnection. We've got people too wide now. Look at Mixter. Mixter making a move on Josh on the inside, going into turn 2. He is. He's making the move stick. Does he get it? He gets it landed. If he can get further away now, Josh isn't going to get the chance to get in the slipstream. But look how the distance, 2/10 to Mixter, Mixter 4/10 to Toast. This is looking like such an intense race by the three here. Look at that, the pace, the speed that they're all racing is just insane. We're on board now with Josh. Josh only 1/10 behind Mixter in 6th, and then 3/10 to Toast in 5th. These guys are racing hard, man. They are definitely all within a very, very similar pace. And look at the line. Look at Mixter. Mixter now makes a move on him. Mixter gets Toast. Toast is now back in front of Mixter. This is such close racing by the three of them here. Oh my God, look at them. Such close racing by the three of them. We have Toast on the inside line now, Mixter on the outside. Can they make the turn into the the last corner of the sector 2? Mixter now 2/10, 1/10. They are side by side. Look at them go. Toast doing such a good job to hold on to P5, but Mixter gets a better run. Toast is trying to too busy to defend. Mixter gets the outside. You go too wide into the last part of sector 2 into sector 3. Let's look at our drone cam now, see where they're sitting. Look at them go. We have Mixter on the inside, Toast on the out, Josh right behind, ready to capitalize if something goes wrong, but he doesn't. Mixter in the pink car 18, Toast on the outside. Josh still side by side with Toasty in that Haas. This is such a close race between the three of them already, and we are not even halfway into this race yet. Coming now to the last corner of the track, we've still got Toast. Toast is now into the pits. Toast is heading into the pits. I think he's either going to stop for damage or get some fuel now. Like I said, they don't have to pit, but we're 12 minutes into this race, and if you can get fuel now and not have to stop again, it may be beneficial for you in the future. We've now got Tom is now overtaking. Matt might get this. Matt might be able to overtake in the pits. Let's see if we can see Matthew on the pits now. Is he there? He's now coming into pits. Matt is coming into pits as well. JDM makes Matthew. He overtakes him in the pits. Can JDM get Toasty? Can JDM get Toast? He's now going through turn 1. We've got Toast right up ahead in the Haas. This is going to be close. This is going to be very, very tough for for Toast to be able to defend with JDM having such a better run out of turn 1 with not leaving the pits. He is right behind, and same deal. If he can get in that slipstream, it is going to be a hell of a lot easier for him to overtake Toast. But Toast is doing a bloody good job of defending that position. Let's see them now coming flying through. Look at that Haas go. Killing it with JDM in the fruit car. Look at them go, 6/10 heading into the hairpin now. JDM's not quite close enough to make an overtake and make a move stick, but he wants Toast to know that he is close, and if he does make a mistake, he will take that P8 from him without too much of an issue. Toast really pushing, really pushing that hairpin, trying to use as much of that track and the grip as he possibly can. We're going to stay on board now with JDM. We're going to have a look at some sector times and see exactly where these guys are sitting and what they're going to be looking at for the rest of the race. And you can see here, look, JDM and Dart in P10, so he's definitely going to be clear. But let's look at Toast and compare Toast to JDM, and you can see the difference. I don't know how well Toast is going to be able to hold this off, but he is doing a bloody good job so far to keep him away and keep JDM at bay. So with any luck, if he can maintain that for the next couple of laps, he's going to be fine. JDM, oh my God, Toast has gone off. Toast, I am so sorry. I was too bloody busy looking at lap times that I completely missed the accident. He has gone off. JDM has now taken the position heading into the last corner of the race, last corner of this lap, on lap 9, and Toast has lost it. Toast has lost his position. How close of a distance now do we have to Dart? Dart is only 2 seconds behind. Look at him charging up now in 10th. He is right behind. Oh, Toast, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you even went off there during the race. This is the best thing about doing these commentaries and these replays, on the Spud Cup, is when I'm doing this race, I'm only looking at my race. I don't get to see everybody else's races, so it's really, really interesting to see how the race unfolded for everybody else. And unfortunately, in Toast's situation, it wasn't very good at the end of lap 8, I do apologize. We have Dart now in 10th, 1.7 seconds behind Toast, and if he can get a little bit closer, he can definitely try and take this position. And like I said, coming out of this part of the track here, if you can get close enough in this straight, there is so many tenths to be made up just by the slipstream alone that it is absolutely worth you trying to get as close as you can before this straight starts. Let's look now, see some lap times difference. We're looking at lap 18. Not lap 18, the bloody overlay's broken. This is what we get for trying to do things that are outside of our wheelhouse. But looking at the fastest lap here for Dart, Dart's last lap was a 140.6, and Toast's last lap was a 207 because he pit, but his best lap was a 140.6. So they're definitely on the same pace. So it is going to come down to trying to get the most out of each lap. We can see Necky now has just done fastest lap of the race so far with a 139 flat. So he is 6/10 faster than anybody else really on the track right now. And the longer we do this race and the more heat he gets into those tyres and the more those tyres come to life, he's only going to become faster and faster. Aiden now completing his fastest lap of the race with a 140.4, and you can see the difference in a 144 for Aiden and then a 139 flat for Necky. That is just such a massive, massive difference. Let's look now to Tom, who is 1.3 seconds behind Josh here, and he is chasing him down. Car 33 chasing down car 31, which is Josh Garner, and they are now within a second. He's within a second. He goes a little bit wide, loses it a little bit, but that gets him a lot closer for this straight part of the track. And you can see him now. Car 18 has just gone past, which is Mixter here, and you can see Josh and Tom coming right now. Look at Tom, the pace right behind Josh. He's 7/10 behind, doing a very, very good job of catching up to him. Very, very good job. Looking at Josh now, having a quick little sticky beak at him heading into the hairpin. Right behind him is Tom, 5/10. He's made up so much time just on that straight. He's now within less than half a second of Josh. Josh does not want to let him get any closer. The further he can get away, the more he can get him out of the slipstream, and the safer Josh is going to be for the remaining part of this race. But Tom is not holding off. He is not holding back at all. 3/10 now, 4/10, heading into the last part of Sector 2 before Sector 3 begins for these guys on their 10th lap, Heading through now, we are on board with Josh, looking at him, and he is absolutely killing it now, leading into the second last part of Sector 2, heading into Sector 3 now. Patrice is now just heading into pit lane. Looking at our drone cam, like I said, you can see the pace and the speed that these guys are going, heading into the last part here. Tom tries to make a move. He goes on the outside. Tom goes on the outside. He gets the overtake on Josh on the outside of the start of Sector 3. Absolutely killing it. Great move by him. That is such a difficult overtake to make in that position because it is such an off-camber corner. It really favors the inside line. So great move by him to get that overtake stuck and get it done. Heading down now the start-finish straight. Look at Josh going into turn 1. You can see absolutely killing it. Patrice now looking at him. He has just left the pits. He is now in third. Necky has made his all the way up into second place. And now we've got Dart 5/10 behind Toast. He is still charging, ready to take that overtake if he possibly can. They're heading down into the second last corner of the track. Heading now into the end of lap 10 for them. We've got 5/10. Toast tries to get on the defensive, getting him out of the slipstream. Dart, 4/10, chasing him down. Had a way better exit out of that last corner now, right behind him, heading into turn 2. Look at the run he's got. Looking on board with Toast now. He is panicking. Look at the distance. Dart is only now 1.5 tenths. He goes on the outside. Can he make it happen? Goes on the outside, tries to get the cutback, gets a bit of run out of this corner, and this is Dart's time. This is time now for him to get this overtake stuck. We're 2/10 behind, and he is chasing him down. Look at that go. Look at the time difference. The time difference is insane. Flying through, he goes on the outside. Can he make it happen? He's on the inside line. He's on the inside line now, side by side, heading into the hairpin here. Can he make this happen? Oh, this is going to be a great move by Dart if he can make this stick. Great move by him. That side by side gets the inside line, a bit aggressive, touches the grass, but not too much of an issue. He makes it happen with Toast. Toast is right behind him. He is not going to let that overtake slide. He is here. He still wants to take back the position. Only 1/10 behind him. He goes on the inside, makes the overtake. Dart goes a little bit wide, back on the track. Toast has regained P9. Fantastic driving by these two here. Dart then again regains position. Toast is right behind. Only 3/10. This is crazy racing by the two of them. Crazy racing by the two of them. But like I said, look at Dart just absolutely holding off Toast. Oh my god, these guys are going to be so excited. I forgot to bloody breathe. Ridiculous. 1/10 behind. They are killing it. Oh my god, side by side, going through. Can he get an overtake? He does. Oh my god, Toast does it. Toast overtakes on the outside of that corner, exactly the same as Tom did last lap with Josh. Incredible driving by the guys here. I cannot believe the amount of overtakes that have happened on that off-camber corner. Incredible driving. Well done by him. Toast now is 8/10 ahead, tries to get away. If he can get further away from Dart as he possibly can, like I said, get out of that slipstream, give you a bit of breathing room, get a little bit safe, you're going to be a hell of a lot better off. Mixed now 5/10 behind Aiden. Let's jump on board now with him and see. Look at the racing behind. They've just passed Tim. Tim is a lap down from the guys ahead, which I'm assuming he just got a blue flag. So he's moved aside. Mixter now chasing down Aiden, 5/10 behind, and you can see him now. He's not wanting to hold off. You can see that little Cheetos logo on the front. He wants to make sure Aiden can see the bright pink car coming from a mile away, so he does not feel like it is any sense of security in that position of P4. He's now 4/10 behind, absolutely chasing him down. Great job by the guys here today. Such close racing. Dart is now 1.5 tenths. Let's jump back to Dart. I don't know where to look. I don't know where we're supposed to be going. We've got Mixter now 4/10, 3/10. He is closing down on Aiden. Absolutely closing down on Aiden. We are 20 minutes into this race. We only have 10 minutes left of this session. 10 minutes left. And like I said, I don't know how many people are going to be pitting. I don't know who wants to be pitting. If you can make it to the end of the session today without needing to stop for fuel, you are definitely going to be more better off. Dart is now within striking distance. He is so close. Let's jump down to them. The battle they're having is going to be insane. Side by side, coming through this part of the track now, leading into the second last part of Sector 2. Side by side. Oh my god, the driving here today is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Toast made the overtake on the outside of this corner last lap. Can Dart do the same thing? He can't. He's not close enough. 4/10, but he's still not letting Toast get away. Look at that. He's made up 2/10, 3/10. Oh my god, he's so close. Can he make an overtake on the last two double rides? He can't. He tries to back off. He gets a little bit of space to try and get a good run out into the last corner of this lap. Can he make it up? He's now 7/10. Toast had a really, really good run out on that part of the lap. It looked like he had pace, but he didn't. Oh my god, Mixter's making a move. Let's jump to them. He's just taken Aiden. Mixter's taken Aiden on the inside of the hairpin. There's just so much stuff going everywhere. It's making my job the hardest thing in the world to try and make sure I look at everything and see what's going on. But he's now made it. Aiden is 4/10 behind. You can see him charging back down at Mixter. 3/10. Not going to let this go. If you can get out of that slipstream, like I said, you are going to be way better off. But Aiden is making that so difficult for Mixter to get away with this position. They are battling now for 4th and 5th. Mixter in 4th, Aiden in 5th. We've still got Azro out in front, having a very, very comfortable lead. 3 seconds to Neki. I think Azro's out in his own little world today because he doesn't really have much competition. Neki is 2.9 seconds behind and is just done his fastest lap of the session and the fastest lap of the race so far with a 1:38 flat. Just in comparison so anyone else can understand how quick that actually is. The fastest lap prior to Neki's was a 1:39.2, currently held by our race leader Azro, which means Neki's fastest lap now is 1.2 seconds, actually 1.3 seconds faster than the previous fastest lap of this race. So he is definitely going to be a force to reckon with. Absolutely killing it so far. Neki's last lap was a 1:38 flat, and Azro's was a 1:39.2. So if Neki has another couple of laps like that, Azro could definitely be in some trouble. Leading into the last 7 minutes of this race. We've now got Dart 3/10. Jumping over to that, we have Dart 3/10 behind Toast. This is a battle for the rest of the race. This has been such great driving by the two of them here. There is no giving that position away. They are fighting every chance they get. 2 tenths now leading into turn 1. Let's see how they go leading to turn 1. We've only got 6 minutes left of this race. Sorry, 7 minutes left of this race, and they are so close. They are not going to let anything slide. We've got Ethan still in the pits, unfortunately, after disconnecting earlier in the race. He did not manage to reconnect and join back into this session. Dart now 3 tenths chasing into the second turn. Oh, great line by him. Great line by Toast. He is not making this very easy for Dart to get close enough to him. Not making it easy at all. We can see them now. Look at the pace. It's really hard to understand how fast these cars are actually going down the straight. But we're looking at Dart's dashboard now. We've got 210 kilometers, and he's chasing 220. That slipstream is doing wonder. He goes on the inside. Can he make it count? Can he make it count? We've got on the inside here of the hairpin. He does. Takes a bit of grass with him, do a bit of gardening while he can, but he's just made it stick. He has just made it stick, but Toast is not going to get it out. He has 1.5 tenths, only 1.5 tenths less than that now, climbing closer and closer. He is right on the back of Dart's car, and he's going to make it happen. He tries to go on the inside of this corner leading into the sector 3, but he doesn't. He doesn't. Dart just gives him enough space but closes the door and lets him know that he is not going to get that overtake done very easily at all. Toast now 7 tenths. Dart had a really good run out with a better line than Toast did, trying to get that overtake happen. But we've now got Aiden 5 tenths. Let's jump to P5. We have Aiden in P5 chasing down Mixter, and 3 tenths between the two of them, and same deal with them. He is right chasing him up, and because Mixter has that bright pink car, it is not very hard to miss where it is. But Josh has now jumped into the pits. Josh has just stopped. I don't know what Josh has stopped for. I think it's for fuel. He's now P8. He was doing such a great job in P7 and held on for so long, but he's in P8. Is Dart gonna get past Josh? He's coming down the straight now. We've got Dart and Toast. They're not gonna get it to happen. I've just come a little bit wide. You can see me there on the last corner of this lap. We've got Josh just in front. No big issues from them. I thought they were going to get closer with leaving that pit exit, but not a bad job at all. There's still 5 seconds of a gap between Dart and Josh. Aiden is now 1 tenth behind Mixer. Look at the racing here between the two of them. Oh my God, they are side by side. Side by side, 3 tenths heading into the sector 3. This is going to be intense. We've only got 5 minutes left of this race. Only 5 minutes left of this race session. My God, incredible driving by everybody here today. Insane. I knew that there was going to be a lot of close situations, and I knew there was going to be a lot of racing happening today across the board, regardless of what part of the track you were on. But this is so close. I did not expect it to be this intense for the entirety of today's race. Mixer going a little bit wide, Aiden right behind. You can see the cars chasing right behind Aiden with Tom. Tom is ready and wants to make that distance a little bit less if he could possibly make it happen. Going into the last corner now. Aiden now comes into the pits. Aiden is now pitting. I don't know if he's stopping for fuel. I think he is, because he doesn't have any damage and the car tyres are fine for him, I think. So he's now jumping into pits. And is Tom going to make the overtake? He does. Is JDM going to make the overtake is the next question. JDM is now coming to the last part of the track, leaving turn 1 now. We're going to jump back to Aiden. Aiden is now jumping into pits. We've got Tim in the pits. Ethan is now still in the pits. He hasn't reconnected. But I think JDM's going to make it happen. JDM's coming down the straight now. Is Aiden going to get out of his pits? He is. Aiden is now leaving the pits. Is it going to be enough? It's not. JDM has just made the overtake on Aiden leaving the pit lane. Great job by him. He's now up into P6. Aiden is going to be about 2.5 seconds behind, and it's going to get even harder for him by leaving the pits and not getting such a great run out of turn 1 like JDM did. Let's jump now to Toast. Toast is in P10. We have him 6 tenths behind, who has just completed his fastest lap of the race with a 1:39.5. Fantastic lap by him, and great consistency across the board for Toast and Dart. Same deal. They've had such a great couple of laps battling each other for position. Let's just hope that continues for the rest of the race. I can now see as well Neki is up in P1. I don't know how in the hell Neki has managed to do this today, but look at him going. He has a 17-second gap to P2. Azro is 17 seconds behind, so Neki will have to pit. I don't think he's pit just yet, and the way that he's been driving, pumping out these lap times, is not holding back on the fuel usage. He definitely will need to pit and try and get some more fuel to finish the rest of this race, but so far he is just so calm and collected with this car and absolutely killing it on these lap times. Toast is now 5 tenths behind Dart, still trying to keep nice and close. We're going to jump back to them in just a second here. But you can see Neki overtaking David. He's got a blue flag, so it's definitely made it easy for him to get past, which is great. Toast, 4 tenths. Let's jump back down to them. The battle with Toast and Dart is incredible. Such a great bunch of racing today so far from these two. 4 tenths behind. Let's see, jump on board, see how close he's going to be to Dart. Heading now into the last part of Sector 2, and he's chasing him. That slipstream does wonders here in this car. Absolute wonders. Jumping through now, you can see the sun is just starting to set here in Germany at the HockenheimRing, which might make visibility a little bit more difficult, but it's not entirely certain to see just yet. We'll see how the rest of the race fares up. We've only got 3 minutes left of this session. 3 minutes left, 2.5 to be precise. You can see now heading the last double right, and Dart comes into the pits. Dart is now pitting. He's going to be stopping. Oh my God, Dart has now jumped into the pits, which means Toast is going to make this overtake. He does. Am I going to make this overtake? I'm coming down the last part of the lap here. I am going to get past Dart in the pits. I'm going to make it happen, passing him now there. Dart has just been overtaken by myself. Is he coming out of pits just yet? He isn't. He's missed his pit box slightly. That's not great for him. Is Matt going to make it happen? He is. Here we go. Matt is now coming up to the turn. Turn 1. Is Dart leaving the pits? He hasn't. He hasn't quite left the pits. He's just leaving now, which means Matthew's made the position as well. Matthew back up into P11. Dart now P12. Oh my God, how unfortunate within the last couple of minutes of this race. And Necky's now in the pits. Oh my God, Necky with an 18-second lead is now going to have to go. He's got the pit limiter on. David has just chased him into the pits to try and get some fuel to finish this race. We only have 1.5 minutes left of this session, and Azro is going to be able to take over now. He might be able to get him. I don't think he will. Necky has just taken off. Where is Azro? Where is Azro? He's coming down. He's now on the straight. He's on the start-finish straight. Where is Necky? Necky's just leaving the pits now. He's not going to have enough time to get up to speed. Is Azro going to catch him coming through turn 1? Is he going to catch him? Oh, this is going to be so close between the two of them. Azro is absolutely buzzing. He's chasing him down within a second. He's within a second into turn 2. He's chasing down Necky. I don't think Necky's really going to have to worry too much. If he didn't stop for tyres, then his tyres are still going to be nice and toasty and warm. Tom is now taking Mixter. This is just insane. Crazy, crazy racing by everybody here today. Azro within a second, he is chasing down him. He does not want to go. Mixter's down at 13th. What happened with Mixter? Why is he down at 13th? Did he not get out of the pits? Did Mixter not stop? Mixter came into pits. Everyone got past him. Did he not get back out on the racetrack? What is going on here today? Absolute carnage. I've made my way up to 9th. Toasty's in 8th. There's nothing really happening across the board at the moment because everybody is so spaced out. Let's jump back to our race leaders. We've only got 30 seconds left of this race before they hit the white flag. This is going to be their second last race. Azro really pumping this track as much as possibly can. It's a little bit wide there, but nothing that he can't handle and bring back together. This is absolutely insane between the guys here. Crazy. Crazy, crazy racing. 1.5 seconds. Necky is not going to let him get in that slipstream. He is going to do his best to get further and further away if he absolutely can. Incredible jobs by the guys here. Let's have a look at the sectors between Azro and Patrice. You can see Patrice 1.9 in Sector 2 slower, but he is faster in Sector 2. Jumping over to Necky now. Let's compare him to Azro. Azro is actually 14 seconds faster last lap because of the pit stop for Necky, but in Sector 2, he is 5/10 off the pace for Necky. Necky is making up half a second in Sector 2. Let's look now at our laps leading into the last rate. That is white flag for Necky. White flag, and he's now 2.2 seconds ahead of Azro on P2. 2.2 seconds after being so close 1 lap ago. He's made up almost 1.5 seconds on the last lap. Tom has just finished. He's on his last lap of this race with his fastest lap so far of a 1:38.9. Great pace by him, and he has had such a great season so far. Tom has definitely come into this car and definitely done such a great job of getting some consistency with this car and getting some good pace at every race that we've had so far. So great job by Tom, absolutely killing it. I can't really talk about Necky's pace because that is obvious with today's race. He's still holding the fastest lap with a 1:38 flat. The closest person to that is a 1:38.6, which is Azro right underneath him. So they are definitely very, very, very close to each other on the pace here. Very, very close between the two of them. Heading down now into the hairpin, we're on board with Tom. Tom is still doing such a great job. Nobody is really worrying too much. There's such a big difference, such a big gap. We're now heading into the last part of this track. Last part of this track here for Necky. Coming into Sector 3 here. Matthew is within a second. He's not. I think Matthew's just gone off. He's not. He's coming into the pits. Let's look at Necky now in the last part of this track. Jump on the drone cam. Let's see Necky chasing this home. Can he make this happen? Matt has just jumped to the pits. I don't think David's going to have enough of a chance to catch him, but Necky is now on the last part of this race. Azro actually had a faster Sector 1 than Necky in that last part of the race, but Necky made it all up in Sector 2. Sector 2 is where Necky's been shining. Let's go last corner of lap 19, which rounds out our race here at the HockenheimRing, and Necky will take P1 again for this race. Look at him go. Or is that white flag? That is checkered flag. I thought that was a bloody white flag waved. Great job. And Necky has just done fastest lap of the race with a 1:37.7. Incredible racing. Incredible racing by the guys here. Oh my God. Look at the sector times there. Necky has made up almost a second in Sector 2 and 3 on Azro, which is already such an incredible pace. Tom has just finished 4th. We have Patrice 3rd, Tom 4th. JDM is about to cross the line in 5th. He spins. JDM spins. He spins in the last part of the race. There's no way. There is no way. Lucky that was only Tim who was a lap down, but JDM almost lost that position. Lucky that is not Aiden, but Aiden is right there. Aiden almost makes it up. Oh my God, absolutely insane. Fantastic job by him. Great save by JDM to keep the car on the bloody road. Oh my God. Looking at Josh now coming in the last part of the track. We can see him in the last corner, ready to take P7, which is a fantastic position for him to be finishing in today with the absolute alien pace that we've had across the board. Right behind him, we have Toast, who's crossing the line, and then I'm following right behind. Only 1.4 seconds. I've now finished in P9 with my fastest lap of a 139.1, which you can just tell, my fastest lap is a 139.1 with Necky's fastest of a 137.7, which means even though I've made up some 6 positions by today's race, Necky is still 1.6 seconds off the faster than I am. I'm 1.6 seconds off the pace, which is just absolutely freaking insane. And that is why he has just taken the win and just taken P1 of this race today. Absolutely insane racing across the board. Well done to everybody. Absolutely killed it. My goodness, I cannot believe how insane that race was today and how incredible the racing has been across the board. Let's jump now and have a look at our results for today's race session. We have the end of our Season 3 Week 4, with Necky rounding out P1, followed by Azro and Patrice on the podium for P2 and P3. We have Tom in P4, JD in P5, and that rounds out our top 5 positions for round 4. Following that, we have Aiden, Josh, Toast, myself, and Dart in our top 10, with everybody else underneath. We've had a couple of positions that people didn't finish, a couple of issues with connections. It was just mayhem across the board today, but incredible racing nonetheless, and such a fantastic job by Necky to make up all of those positions. I don't even know where he bloody qualified, but he did such a great job to end up on P1. Absolutely impressive talent by him today. Killed it. Thank you guys so much for watching these races, and I hope you do enjoy being part of the Spud Cup series. Like I said at the start of the video, if you guys want to get involved in the Spud Cup or just find out a little bit more information, I will leave a link to our Discord server in the description below. Come and join it. There's a whole section about the Spud Cup that you're very welcome to join and get as much information as you could possibly desire. If you guys like this video, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up and subscribe. I post new videos every week, and I would love to have you as part of the community. If you guys want to come and join these Spud Cup race sessions live and see what these races are like in the live streams, we stream them every single Friday. All the information to our streams will be in the description. Come and say what's up and let me know that you found this race video. If you want to join us on any of our other social media, all of those links will be in the description. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's race in the Spud Cup. I'm going to leave you guys to it. Bye!